Definitely feeling like a Friday around here.
Yeah.
And it's only 6 a.m. Thanks for waking up with us. Hope you have a great day today. We're here to start things off on the right note. I'm Eric Connard.
And I'm Netta Irampour. Thank you very much for starting off your morning with News 8. Checking in on the forecast here. And yeah, the weather, like you said, was nice and warm yesterday afternoon. Beautiful day.
Very pleasant. Some changes in store?
Today, not so much, but starting tomorrow, yes. Okay. So today's going to look very similar to yesterday. We expect temperatures to be just in line with average, upper 60s out by the coast, low 70s inland. It is in particular the weekend and really specifically late Saturday through early Sunday that we see our chance for rain start to climb once again. That chance climbs all the way to nearly 70% by Sunday. That means the bulk of that rain will come down beyond about the midnight hour after Saturday and probably linger through about noon on Sunday, but a lot of these models do show it tapering off a little bit earlier than that. In total, we're anticipating over the weekend about a 1/10 of an inch up to a 1/4 of an inch. Coming up, we'll talk more about this model and how that could kind of pan out as we make our way through the next couple days. In the meantime, mild morning. Vanessa Paz has a check of how things are looking on our roads.
Yeah, mild drive overall. We're not looking at anything too significant in terms of slowing. In fact, we're at smooth speeds across our major freeways. Not much to talk about. This is the 52 as you shoot your way in from Santee, headed westbound towards the summit, and then this is the 5 in both directions right at E Street. Left side of your screen, or the one further from the camera here, is at northbound drive as you exit Chula Vista, making your way towards the mile of cars. Look out for some scattered debris in the 2 right lanes, also known as the slow lanes, right near Mission Bay on the 5 North, right at SeaWorld Drive. We are seeing tons of green across the maps. Coming up a little later, we'll take a look at what your Friday travel times have in store. Netta.
All right, Vanessa, thank you very much. This morning, expedited lanes for college students at San Diego-Tijuana pedestrian border crossings are now open.
Yeah, this is all part of a new pilot program, and News 8's Tori Apodaca is live in San Ysidro to explain how it works. Good morning, Tori.
Hi, good morning. This is one of those entry points, and we can already see a line forming to get across the border this morning. But this is really a program meant for college students who are trying to access their education and have better ease between the 2 countries. So here's how it works. For starters, you'll need to be enrolled at San Diego State University, UC San Diego, or Southwestern College. You'll also need to be crossing the U.S.-Mexico border for academic purposes, like in-person classes, research, and service projects. And you must have valid travel and immigration documents. You'll also need to complete the California Border Patrol application process. Then you'll be able to use the expedited pedestrian lanes versus having to wait in long lines while crossing the border. There are 3 coordinate access program or CAP lanes that you can use: San Ysidro, Otay Mesa, and Calexico West Port of Entry. San Ysidro and Otay Mesa are open from 6 a.m. until 10 p.m., whereas Calexico is open from 6 a.m. until 8 p.m. We'll have all the details on our website, cbs8.com, under the Help tab, where you can also find the app that you can download for this program. For now, reporting from San Ysidro, Tori Apodaca, News 8.
And later this afternoon, local environmentalist leaders will be coming together to oppose offshore oil drilling along our coast.
Right now, the state is suing the Trump administration over its decision to resume offshore oil drilling near Santa Barbara. News 8's Chris Groh live at La Jolla Shores to tell us about the local efforts to stop this. Chris, you're at the beach this morning. Tell us what's expected later today.
Yeah, we're going to be hearing from Wild Shore as well as both congressional, state, and even local leaders all getting together to launch this media campaign blitz to raise awareness about what they feel is a wrong action here being taken by the federal government. So they will be announcing the media campaign, the billboards, and putting out all of the stats that they believe make offshore drilling the wrong decision here off of the California coast, both economic impacts as well as ecological, environmental, and public health risks as well, too. If you remember, we saw what happened in 2015 with, of course, the oil spill that occurred there, the impact that that had. And it really was until then that we did not see offshore drilling occur off the coast of California, that until the Trump administration used the National Defense Production Act to restart drilling. Last month, the company Sable Offshore, which operates that pipeline, sold their first oil to Chevron, and we had drilling in federal waters, and that transportation and that sale for the first time since 2015. Now, there was a pretty big court decision here just recently on April 17th where the Santa Barbara Superior Court ruled that the National Defense Production Act is not usable here. And they again told the federal government to continue to listen to the California regulations that had been put in place. So essentially, we're in a bit of legal limbo when it comes to what drilling is actually still going to happen here in the immediate future. It's not a death sentence to drilling off the coast of California just yet. But in the meantime, what we are seeing is that this local group, as well as those leaders, in terms of those elected leaders, are going to try to put out the public campaign right now to highlight why they believe offshore drilling is the wrong choice. Back to you guys in studio.
Chris, thank you. This morning, a man is under arrest in connection with a deadly shooting in Lemon Grove. And we brought this story to you as breaking news yesterday. This happened around 4 a.m. on Eldora Street. The sheriff's office says they found the victim with gunshot wounds to his torso. Deputies identified the suspect as 33-year-old Eric Nunez. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers.
And now this morning, the search is on for two people caught on camera breaking into this Chula Vista Cafe. Look out front right there. This happened early yesterday morning at Galou Cafe. That's on 3rd Avenue. The suspects did not take anything, but police say they caused $800 in damage.
They were on a mission for money, cash, and I mean, to be honest, we don't leave anything here at night. So basically, it was empty. They didn't take any of our equipment, which is pretty pricey, and that's how we know that they were just in it for the cash.
That's so frustrating. Police say they are investigating whether this is connected to other burglaries. News 8 has confirmed a Nutrimart and a Little Caesars in Bonita were also broken into recently, and a Subway in Tierra Santa. They say two men who appear similar to those in the Galou surveillance video attempted to break into their business on Tuesday. Please call Crime Stoppers. If you have any information, you'll remain anonymous.
Let's take a peek outside here. Looks like it's already sporting to be a pretty nice day out there. Look at that shot at the beach there.
It's been
Right
gorgeous.
out.
All of our cameras out there have been stunning to kick off now our Friday. That's exciting to say, but we also are looking toward a really mild weekend where we do have a chance for rain. But again, if you're outside today, you're dry. There's no expectation of wet weather. If you're outside during the day tomorrow, you're also dry. And then it's in particular late Saturday night through early Sunday. These are the typical storms where everyone wakes up Sunday morning and says, I didn't see any rain. And that's exactly what we're going to be seeing as we go through this upcoming weekend. Here's satellite radar. You can see some very light showers headed towards San Francisco and just south of it toward about the Santa Barbara area. As we make our way through the day, we will see clouds move in at times, but that's just going to help set the stage for what we see over the course of late Saturday and early Sunday. Here's a live look outside. This is Otay Mountain facing east. That sunrise view 6:09. 1 minute from now, so basically taking place as we speak. We'll get that sunset not until 7:25 p.m. Out the door right now, we're still in the 30s in Julian and in Campo, so a little chilly start to the morning out there. 40 degrees right now in Ramona and 48 degrees in Mira Mesa. When we look toward the coastline, we're generally still in the 50s to kick off the morning, really mild. Next 3 days here shows that those temperatures are going to slide, that clouds are going to condense, and that we'll see some showers come in. Could start as early as Saturday afternoon in Julian toward our local mountains. But again, along the coast and inland, the more densely populated areas of our county are going to be waiting a little bit longer to see those showers come to fruition. This afternoon, we still are expected to make it into the 70s in our eastern valleys, maybe even mid-70s. We start that cool down taking us back to the 60s by the time we get through this upcoming weekend. I'll send things to Vanessa Paz. It's 6:09 right now. What's going on? Where's Chopper?
Chopper 8 is overhead. The the 125 approaching the 94 connector right near the Lemon Grove area. And you could actually see that it's really quiet out there right now. I mean, we're not looking at anything major in terms of speeds. We're not too slow across the board. We are getting some debris reported in the two right lanes. These are the slow lanes right near Mission Bay. This is on the 5 North, right before you hit SeaWorld Drive. As we take a wider view of San Diego's freeways, we are looking at really good, steady speed so far in from the North County the East County as well as the South Bay. Nothing really major to report here. Travel times are in the green. That's what we love to see, in average speeds anywhere between 70 to 75 miles per hour. So if you're headed in from the East County west, anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes to get you northbound in from San Ysidro as well as National City. And here's what it looks like on the 94, the 8, as well as the 52 westbound, about 3 to 7 minutes for you. As we take a quick look at your border wait times and see what we're working with this Friday morning. Oh, really, oh my gosh, really slow drives out there. I'm so sorry for anyone who has to wait to cross. Hopefully you have a Century pass. It's over 2 hours to get you in from San Ysidro's port of entry and nearly 3 hours to cross in from Otay Mesa. So I would say opt for one over the other, but not relief in either entrances. And that's what we're seeing at last check. All right, well, good news for drivers. A planned closure for the 805 North has been delayed. Now, last weekend, the southbound lanes of the 805 were closed between the 52 and Miramar for repairs, but Caltrans was supposed to close the northbound stretch this weekend, but now says that it is going to be delayed due to the weather. A new date for the closure has not been announced, but of course, we will update you with that closure once we find out here on air and online. Back to you guys.
Okay, the rain delaying that. All right, thanks, Vanessa. Still, how many people could be stripped of their U.S. citizenship and why?
Plus, dozens of arrests in Southern California connected to the Mexican mafia. And the bet that allegedly made a U.S. soldier hundreds of thousands of dollars, but could land him in prison.
And coming up this morning at 9 a.m. on the CBS 8 app, join Chris Grow and Jack Hall for our Right Now show. Today, political reporter Jenny Ha will join them to talk about the governor's race. Again, be sure to watch on the CBS 8 app. Stream now for free.